How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to Sinister Customs. And today I'm in the shop doing some body work on my brother's car. So I thought I'd take a little break and mix up some paint for the giveaway Bronco. So let's get into part 6.
So the kind of paint I'm using is PPG base coat clear coat. It's the same paint you'd find on your car. It's what they paint it from the factory with. And the color is Ford Woodland Green. It is a dark green metallic, so it has a hint of gold metallic in it as well. And I think it'll go real good with the ivory that we're going to paint the top. Also go really good with the powder coated parts from Hooker's Garage. Okay, now that we've got that all mixed up, let's get that thing shaken and see what the final color is. Oh yeah, that's gonna look nice. It'll be basically the same steps for mixing up the ivory as well, so I'll just do that off camera.
And we also have Tinker Time in on this giveaway. Sure, you know Tinker Time for their bodies and 3D printed parts, but they've also got other things as well, like servos and motors, like this little Power Hobby servo, a little Power Hobby mount for the servo. It'll fit nicely in there. And I kind of fitted up. This is like the exact same size as the stock servo, so really you wouldn't need the aluminum mount, but if you just needed a replacement for your stock servo, Tinker Time and these Power Hobby servos would be a good replacement. And while you're there, you could also pick up one of these beautiful bodies. Of course, you'd have to paint it yourself, but all the detailing's already there. So if you haven't already checked out Tinker Time, go check them out. And we will get this torn apart and ready for paint. When we go back together, it will have this Power Hobby servo from Tinker Time.
And how I prep 3D printed parts for paint is I Scotch-Brite them. Be sure to clean them really good afterwards. Dawn dish soap or just some water is fine. Make sure they're really dry, and then use some adhesion promoter. After that, let the adhesion promoter sit, and while that sits, we'll tear down the body.
Okay, so I'm back at the shop. Just gonna start tearing the body down, getting everything prepped for paint. I have already taken the 2 screws out, take the body off the frame, and you're gonna have these 2 screws back here. Instead of just doing all this, showing you each individual part, I'll just kind of tell you about where everything is, and then from there I'll go to doing it. So take those 2 screws out, and you have to take the interior out. Okay, so you're gonna have these 2 screws here. That's how you take the interior out. It's got 2 pegs back here that slide into this whole bumper bracket assembly, and then the interior comes out. You've got these 2 screws here for the light buckets. Yeah, you can take the bumper off with those 2 screws. Underneath here, well, I'll get this off and show you underneath here where those are. Okay, so underneath, normally you're just going to have these 4 screws right here that hold on the top rack here. This one, I also have these 2 Phillips head screws that hold on the KC light rack, and there are also the 2 up here to hold that back bracket on. But once you have got those two screws out, you've got these little tabs here that you can cut off with a hobby knife, along with every other piece. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So all those areas you can cut with a hobby knife, as well as the taillights. And then as soon as you do that, that part just comes right out. And when you're ready, you can just glue that right back in there. And actually on Bucky, I've just put them back in, and I don't think they've fallen out yet. So, but yeah, get everything out, start getting it prepped for paint. Okay, so to do like taking one of the handles out or something, just get the hobby knife right down flush with it. Just cut that away, just like so. Do the same with the other side. Cut that away. And you can come in, just kind of poke it, just like that. The handle comes out. And that's the same for like these areas here. Once you got that cut, just poke it through. Do the same to the other side. Do the same to those. To take the grill out, you have to do that right there as well. But that's how you get all that out. We'll get all that out, and once I'm ready, I'll show you how to get the glass out. Okay, so now that I've got it down to its bare bones, I'll show you how to get that glass out of there. So you're gonna want to start here in the middle, and you got to push in with it to get it pop past that lip, and work your way up to the front. The front's always the hardest. Maybe I get the back first better. That corner right there, it always gives you problems. Pretty much once you've got that corner, the rest of it comes pretty easy. Say that, and the back gives me problems. Right. Just like that.
And now that the parts have sat for 5 to 10 minutes, it's time to get some primer on them.
Got it all prepped out. Just use this red Scotch-Brite there. I'm gonna get it primed up using the U-Paul High 5, same primer I used on these. I'm gonna put another coat on them as well.
Alright, well now that we've got her primed, all the parts primed and ready for paint, we've got paint mixed. I think that's a good stopping point for part 6. Part 7 will be the actual painting. Part 8 will be the reassembly. Part 9, we'll just do a recap. All the awesome parts that are going to be on it. And then finally part 10, where we give it away. Announce the winner. Hoping to have all that done in the next 2 weeks. So if you're not subscribed, you haven't liked or commented one of the Bronco Build Giveaway videos, you'd better get on that. Yeah, 2 weeks. This will be going out to one lucky winner. Alright, have a good day everyone. Until next time.